Give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna be doing my celebrity crushes just because, like, I'm kind of bored at the moment. But there we go. Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get my list. Like, I got a bunch of crushes. Yeah. Um, just because I'm kind of bored and, this list may have been, like, updated. But what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna go over all these like 41 guys that I sorted alphabetically, and yep. And why not, before like I get into this, I won't I don't know, I said I won't, but like, so yeah, I haven't been on here a lot, you guys. I recently created a new channel. It's called Shannon's Fandoms. I will probably link it in, like, if I ever do like a like live video from like Streamlabs or whatever, then I'll just like put the details in the thingy. Like, I'll put it like in the description and everything. But yeah. So here it goes. I may be doing like a 10-inch trailer reaction both on these channels as well, like later, like on the Shannon's Fandoms one and this one. But here it goes. So I'm gonna be listing like about, I don't know, 3 movies or whatever of what I like of these guys. I don't know if I ever did a video for this channel actually, and um yeah. And it's a good thing actually that I do not have my this on, cause like my hair is kind of a mess. I'm in the shower, and I'm probably gonna be blushing about a bunch of these guys on here. So here it goes. My phone's also kind of low, like 53%, but still. So, number 1 is Adam Driver. He's known for the series called Girls that probably won like a few Emmys here and there and everywhere. That has like a bunch of, probably like a bunch of famous people, including, I think, Lena Headey was on it from Game of Thrones, if I'm not mistaken. And a bunch of other cast members. He's in this film called Hungry Hearts that I really enjoyed. I think it was on Netflix or something. I'm pretty sure like won him some kind of awards, maybe a con or can, whatever you call it. About cleanliness and overprotectiveness. And obviously, I have to include this one, not to mention, I'm sure most of these like thingies I probably will like be including for like their things. All these guys. But if you guys were like a kid during, or teens or whatever, during the original films, you guys probably would have been like, are you gonna get more? And then like 20 some years later, after like 26 or something years later, the pre after the originals, you would have gotten, give me a second, the prequels, and then about maybe 20 or something years later, maybe a little bit less years later, we got Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and the whole gang in The Force Awakens, which I really enjoyed. I mean, like, come on. It's new set of thingies. I'm probably gonna definitely, like, the next 10 or whatever years, go check out these other Star Wars movies, like, if we get something. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go, like, check out Taika Waititi's. I love him. He's, like, one of the last guys down there. Yeah. Oh, great. Then you've got Sir Anthony Hopkins. He is known for playing Odin, I think it was, in the Thor movies, Thor's father. I kind of have a little crush on Tom Hiddleston. Please don't tell one of my friends on him Discord. I may create like a Talking Stars or whatever Discord as well. And maybe like I'll put that like in my description thingy on like one of the next Talking Stars videos. Give me like 1 second, you guys. You may see one of my friend's notifications. But I'm gonna see if he got the notification that I'm live. I just like said that I'm live as a joke to him, kind of thingy. But yeah, so he's known for playing Thor's father. He is known for essentially giving me chills as, like, I think he was Van Helsing in the Bram Stoker's Dracula with like Gary Oldman and a few other people. Fantastic job by like Gary Oldman. And obviously he's in the show called Westworld as well. I don't know if he's still in the series because I think it was like season 1 or something, and I believe he's like the John Hammond to this show called Westworld. Like he's like the creator of this like land or whatever. I'm not familiar with it, but like there's a robotic gunslinger played by one of the actors on here. Ed Harris right there. Okay. And he's known, like, when I was a little kid or something, I'm pretty sure I got obsessed with Hannibal Lecter. So you have to give credit to, like, Silence the Lambs. I often quote the kidney bean, fava bean, nice shake handy. I usually, like, get shivers whenever it's on. There is supposed to actually be, like, a prequel series or something like that to the Hannibal Lecter, like, to, like, Silence the Lambs or whatever, called Clarice Starling, or Clarice. Maybe we'll see Anthony in some way or form if Clarice ever runs into him again, since I'm kind of not familiar with the like books, but like I prefer the movies sometimes. Or maybe, depending on if it's like a prequel to Silence of the Lambs or something, but maybe we'll also see, I'm gonna go past him randomly. Mads Mikkelsen, because he's also like I don't know who my favorite Hannibal is. There's Anthony or there's Mads. There's also like this young guy named Jasper, I believe, who was like a prequel to like all these Hannibal movies, and then Brian Cox, who I've only seen like in like 2 minutes of this film called Manhunter, which was also known as this movie called Ray Dragon that later got remade with Anthony in it. Then you got Ben Mendelsohn. He's known for playing villain roles so well. He's like one of my recent crushes, even though I feel like I put him on a couple of weeks ago. He's known for this series called Bloodline, which recently, like a couple years back or something, won him an Emmy for playing the black sheep of the family. Really great, amazing show. I wish it didn't have to end. Or is it still going on? With like a bunch of amazing people in it, including like Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights and Sissy Spacek from the original Carrie and a few other people. You got him Ready Player One. I'm excited for like this possible sequel. Maybe we'll get a little bit more detail on his character, Nolan Sorrento, I believe it was. I got the book, but like I said beforehand, I prefer watching the movies somewhat, even though they could be different. Like there's a few little spoilers for a few things that I may mention. He's known for playing director Orson Krennic, also known as the guy that got choked by Vader in Rogue One. And the more that I think of you guys, give me a second. The more that I think of it, you guys, do you think he's good? Ben Mendelsohn's Orson Krennic and Galen Erso, Mads Mikkelsen have a chance of being in Rogue One? I mean, it looks like a different planet when like they're about to go to Jeddah, like when Jyn and Cassian and K2 are for like the first time. Like in that little flashback scene where he calls her Stardust for like the first time or whatever. That trust Galen thing that the mom says. And then, like, it looks like a different city in, like, the background, right? Coruscant or wherever they are. And then they're on the planet at the beginning of Rogue One. So it's like, how does Krennic know where he is, too? I definitely think Saw Gerrera and a few other people have a chance. I may actually, like, I'll make a separate little section on here. Or something, and I will... Hi, Jackson! And I will probably be doing a little breakdown for you guys of a few little thingies. I'm kind of want, / I kind of don't, when I'd like do like a movie. I told you on Facebook that I was live in case you did not get this. But yeah, like I'm maybe like try to like do something like this. Yeah. With like the volume down low for like a Disney Plus TV series. I know it's been a long time since I've been on here. Like maybe a month or something, or a couple months was like one of my last videos. Maybe. But yeah, so maybe I'll like try to like stream a Disney Plus show for you guys, and like I'll like have the volume down and I'll talk over it, kind of thingy. Just like, cause, oh, sorry, there's like a bunch of notifications driving me crazy. I'm like one of the guys down there, Walking Phoenix. But yeah, do you think he has a chance of appearing in Cassian Andor? Hey Jackson, you came just in time. I have not said Fred yet. Yes, do what? I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, do like a live stream document and like an audio commentary thing. I don't know if I'll get like blocked though, because it's a copyright thingy though. Or is it copyright if I just have the thing on, like the volume on? Like I really want to get a bunch of people's like thoughts and opinions on like this Star Wars movie, that Star Wars movie type thingy, leading up to all this like new material. My boy Ewan McGregor is coming back. You came at a perfect time. I'm not close to Fred, but I'm close to David Hasselhoff. And Ben's also known for doing this series called The Outsider. It's based off a Stephen King book, which I've not read yet because like his books kind of scare me. And I'm just starting to get used to it. It has like Cynthia Erivo from the hit movie Harriet and a bunch of other famous people. But yeah. Then you got this guy named... Ooh, sweet! Maybe I will do that one day then. Definitely will. I'll have to like probably do it in order though. Like I'll probably do The Mandalorian. You know, my boy Taika all the way down below somewhere. And then yeah. So you got this guy named Brian Dennehy. He's known for, I think he was helping out John Rambo in the first Rambo First Blood. He's known for this film called Silverado that has a few of my crushes down below. Kevin Costner and a few other people. He's known for this film called To Catch a Killer, where he played like one of the notorious killers ever that basically inspired Pennywise the Dancing Clown. I'll just put it like that without like being like too graphic. Shut it. He's soon. I'm in like the B's and this is alphabetical order. Then you got this guy named Bruce Greenwood. He's known for having a little cameo in Doctor Sleep, which kind of shadowed the original The Shining. He's known for, in a way, being, I guess, the Obi-Wan Kenobi to, like, young Anakin Skywalker. Like, he was in Star Trek, this 2009 movie by J.J. Abrams, who, like, I guess probably watched over the Enterprise. Shut up! Yep, him. He's soon, don't worry. Just think, look, it's David Hasselhoff. What? Didn't, okay, this is hilarious. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna add to the list, because I don't see... Did you notice that? I just noticed that. Oopsies. Like, I'm going past this list, right? And it didn't say, Fred for a minute. But yeah, like, he probably watched over the Enterprise while little Kirk was growing up to be the captain. Yeah. And he's known for this film called, Gerald's Game, which also is a Stephen King thingy on Netflix. Whenever I mention the name Stephen King, I'm gonna try not to, like, say anything in case, like, it's, like, too spoilery or too graphic, since some of his properties are scary. And you got this film called The Sweet Hereafter, based off a bus crash that happened in Alton, Texas, I believe, with like the late great Ian Holm from the Lord of the Rings movies. And he just died a couple of days ago at the age of like 80, I think, or in his 80s. Then you got this guy named Burt Lancaster. He's in one of the greatest baseball movies ever called Field of Dreams. Like with a few of my favorite like actors in it. One being Kevin Costner. Look, I see Joaquin Phoenix. But yeah, one being Kevin Costner and James Earl Jones, the guy that voiced Vader. Like one of the greatest baseball movies of all time. If you build it, he'll come. And I don't know why you guys can like all hate me all you guys want or whatever, but like I prefer like Burt Lancaster and Kevin Costner's versions of Wyatt Earp over Tombstone for some odd reason. I just do. Same with the late great Kirk Douglas and Dennis Quaid down there. Like I prefer them over Val Kilmer for some odd reason. You guys can like hate me all you want, whatever. I just prefer it better. Maybe just because of like they're my crushes. I don't really know. Jackson, send help. I'm on Charles. I'm like blushing over here. Thanks. Charles Shaughnessy is known for being this famous Broadway producer. This widowed one, obviously, named Maxwell Sheffield in this hit series called The Nanny. There was actually recently a virtual like table read that everyone was pitching, like hoping for, since Fran Drescher, like the executive producer, also known as Nanny. Give me a second. I'm gonna clear a bunch of notifications as this goes. Yeah. He's known for playing the famous cop Shane Donovan and his like twin brother Drew Donovan on the hit series Days of Our Lives, which is still like running, but I don't think his character is in it anymore. Maybe he'll come back though one day. Who knows? Because I think his like last one was in like 2017 or something. But yeah, I may watch him like later or something. He's like in 2 movies on Disney Plus. Well, like 4 things in total, I think, or maybe 5 if you want to include like TV shows and stuff. Like, he was on an episode of Hannah Montana. He was on Victorious, which could be on Disney+. Sweet Life on Deck, he was on in one episode, and, like, those 2 movies I was talking about. A Lindsay Lohan one called Get a Clue, and this one called Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. And yes, he's the vampire for this one. Oh, no. I love how I'm like, oh no, in the background. I'm like, oh, no. You got... Next, you have Charlton Heston. He's known for doing a bunch of biblical movies, including The 10 Commandments, saying the 10 Commandments on the mountains. He's known for the famous chariot race movie, Ben-Hur. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was a CGI ape in the Tim Burton, I think it was, version of Planet of the Apes, the, like, remake one, from, like, the 2000s. And he was, like, the Mark Wahlberg character or something from the original in like the 1960s or whatever. That one was actually on one day, but my TV lies. Like it says The Nanny's on when it's kind of like Relative Dance or something. Usually, one of my favorite TV series, Baywatch, is on, but it like is one of the Master Chef shows. Then you got Christian Slater. He's known for being Kevin Costner's half brother in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He's known for, like, one of my favorite Bryan Adams songs, isn't it? Everything I Do It For You, with, like, great Alan Rickman, Sir Sean Connery, and a few other people, Morgan Freeman. He's known for this film called Heathers, which probably launched him into all of this crazy stuff. I don't know when Heathers was, probably, like, 1980s. My phone is kind of low, like 48. I usually, like, charge it if it's, like, at 50s. But I'm not even close to being done. I don't think. I may like take like a little break somehow because like I got a nice cappuccino. Maybe I'll mute. Guys, I'll be back in like a second. I'm back. I just like took a sip of my iced cappuccino, so yeah. So, and he's known for interviewing Brad Pitt in Interview with a Vampire. I almost called Interview with a Vampire Slayer. Because, like, when the next guy, in a few seconds or so, is in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. He's even known for helping out Billy the Kid in this movie called Young Guns 2, Blaze of Glory, with a bunch of my crushes on here. Kiefer Sutherland, Emilio Estevez, and a few other people. William Peterson, one of the last guys on this list and stuff. Nope, I'm still on the C's, actually. This is alphabetical, so you're safe. Then you got this guy named Christopher Allport. He's known for this film called To Live and Die in LA with like two of my other crushes named William Dafoe, who I don't like as much anymore for some odd reason. And I'm the last guy on the list, William Peterson. One of William Friedkin's greatest besides like The Exorcist. You have this film called Savage Weekend. It's basically like Scream and like Friday the 13th outdoors. A bunch of people get murdered, and except yeah, I should have watched this like from the very beginning, but I think I skipped a few parts of the Savage Weekend movie, or else I would have known who the killer is, but it was obvious, kind of. And he's known for this film called Jack Frost, based off like a killing snowman that gets like mutated. Like he's an actual killer that gets mutated, and Christopher's the guy that put him away, like the sheriff. Oh god, I know, right? Oh great. Then you got Clint Eastwood. He's known for doing a bunch of westerns, but I'm gonna save like a few of those or something like that for a few minutes or so. But you've got Clint Eastwood. He's known for being a cop named Harry Callahan, also known as Dirty Harry, who like breaks a bunch of police rules. He has a bunch of like famous one-liners. Like nobody puts ketchup on hot dogs. Nobody does this. Nobody does that. Do you feel lucky, punk? He's known for this film called Escape from Alcatraz, based off like real life events, but there's like 3 or whatever escapees, and nobody knows like if they really lived or really died, because like there was like no evidence. And actually, it's one of my crushes that my friend Jackson won't stop mentioning about, but I'll probably mention it for when he comes up. Fred Ward. Ow, I hit myself. Then on to the westerns, just because like there's a bunch of stuff I could talk about Clint. He was probably like one of my original crushes when I was a kid. Or maybe one of his best friends, Donald Sutherland down there. Oh, God. But he's known for Unforgiven, one of the greatest westerns of all time, with like one of his longtime friends, Sir Morgan Freeman, who is also in this film called $1 Million Baby. I think it's the 2 that gave Clint the Oscars. I could be mistaken if there was a third one that gave him an Oscar. Oh, God. Oh, Jackson. Then you got David Hasselhoff. I've never seen the show Knight Rider, but I probably should, because there's supposed to be a movie. Like, there's rumors about, like, him appearing back as Michael Knight in the movie. Maybe even, like, Zac Efron as his character's son, because I think that they kind of look a little bit alike. Then again, I don't know why, but I can, like, see Mel Gibson tiny little bit, but him or Zac, but maybe Zac for, like, a younger version of David. Probably, like, before Baywatch or something. As like young David for Zac Efron. And then you got this hit series called Baywatch. It's like so popular, but it wasn't popular during the first season, and then he, with his own money and like his friends' monies or whatever, brought it back for like 11 or something more seasons, executive producer. I love Baywatch. I won't stop watching that. It's literally a toss-up on like weekends leading up to like Fridays or whatever. Oh my god, Facebook has a bright color. Ooh, nice. I'll change it to like yours as soon as I'm done this. Whenever this is done, this may take an hour. This is like going in alphabetical order, and I'm not even like on like the T's yet. There's like a few S's too. Oh crap. But yeah. But yeah, it's either like a toss-up between Baywatch usually or The Nanny with Charles in it. Jackson, I'm on tennis. No. Then you got Dennis Quaid. Like I said beforehand, everyone can kiss my butt. No offense to that. But he's one of my favorite versions of Doc Holliday in Kevin Costner's Wyatt Earp. He's known for the remake version of Footloose that has Julianne Hough and like a few other people, and song by Kenny Loggins. Yep, Donald's in a few seconds or so. Like, this one's really great. Like, I love the fact that they got Julian Huff. He's in this film called I Can Only Imagine, based off of this band called Mercy Me, which is like a really kind of sad story. Kind of like one of those inspirational musical type ones that would make a band come together, where he's like the abusive father and stuff. Oh, God. Then you got Donald Sutherland. When I was a little kid and like homesick from school, like elementary probably, it was either this like kid show called The Weekenders or probably the series called MASH, which was in the 1970s. Famous comedy show about a mobile army surgical hospital. That's what MASH stood for. And there was this film like probably a year or something before that series started with my boy Donald Sutherland in it. As Alan Alda's character, Captain, I think it was, Hawkeye Pierce. He's known for playing President Snow in the Hunger Games. There's actually supposed to be a prequel, Jackson? To the first Hunger Games, I believe. Which should be awesome. Maybe we'll see like somebody de-aged as him if President Snow is around the time, or maybe Kiefer as him. He kind of looks like his dad a tiny little bit. He's known for this film called Don't Look Now, which is kind of a scary movie, which is based off like this kind of graphic short story of the same name, I think it was. He's in one of these movies that scares the crappers out of me. Well, two movies that scare the crappers out of me. One being Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which was kind of one of those scary movies that has a bunch of people that I know and love, like Great Leonard Nimoy, the original Spock in the Star Trek TV series. And, oh, God. Jeff Goldblum from, like, The Fly and Silverado and Jurassic Park and stuff. Oh, yeah, and then this horror movie called, Salem's Lot with, like, Great Wicker Hager from the show, the movie The Hitchhiker. There's an original version of Salem's Lot, and, like, when the guys down below, James Cromwell wasn't. This guy right here, James Mason, he was in the original version of Donald's character, which scared me. And James Cromwell, who was right before Mason, was in the remake that had Donald. Oh, God. Hey, Jackson, look, it's Ewan McGregor. I'm getting to him in a second, though. Then you got this guy named Ed Harris. Oh, yeah, and there's this movie called The Right Stuff, and it has, like, Ed Harris, Dennis Quaid, and a few other, Fred Ward, and a few other, people in it that I, like, have crushes on. Some of the guys are on this list. But you got Ed Harris. I think he's the robotic gunslinger in the Westworld TV series. He's in Apollo 13 where he sends up a bunch of, like, Tom Hanks, like, great Bill Paxton, Scotty and Gary Sinise, and a few other people, I think? Kevin Bacon, or was that Armageddon? Maybe Kevin Bacon. And, like, The Truman Show and a few other great amazing movies. Then you got this guy named Esai Morales. He's known for being Richie Valens, I think half or stepbrother in the film La Bamba from 1987, based off Richie Valens' life. That was, like, one of Richie Valens' famous songs. He's known with a film called Mia Familia, also known as My Family, based off, like, the Mexican cartel, with, like, Jimmy Smits, who played Bail Organa in Star Wars. And this guy named Edward James Moses from the series Deadwood. And he's known for leading a tribe of vampires in Robert Rodriguez's TV show adaptation of From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, God. Help me. Jackson. Look it's Ewan McGregor, Fred Ward, and Gregory Peck. Then you got Ewan McGregor, who I'm gonna, like, probably scream for, or whatever, if I do stream, like, his Star Wars movies leading up to Kenobi. Like, I probably, like, will talk over them, but, like, I'm sure we'll have captions. I'm gonna get to Star Wars in a second. Who's Fruit? You're hilarious. And Gregory. But yeah. Oh god. Shut it, Jackson. I remember I used to put that in the descriptions. Shut it, Jackson. I think I made my nephew say that as well one day on Snapchat or something. Maybe on Facebook Messenger. He used to say that Pip a lot too. Shut it, Pip. But you got Ewan McGregor. He's known for teaching us that we can be heroes without capes or without lightsabers in a way. And this film called Moulin Rouge, which is, I think, now an award-winning or something like that musical that has Nicole Kidman. One of his greatest movies ever. You have... I'm trying to think of a bunch of his great things. He was kind of great in Beauty and the Beast, putting on a French accent. He's known for, if you guys have seen the 2018 version of Halloween, the one that takes place about 40 years after the original Halloween movie, you guys will know what Dr. Sleep is basically. It's like that, but 40 years after Stephen King's The Shining. He's an adult version of this little kid that sees a bunch of ghosts. Basically. I'm not gonna try to give spoilers. And then you got, ready guys? Star Wars! I love him in Star Wars, okay guys? Somebody, I forget who, but somebody did a height comparison. He's the same height as Sir Alec Guinness, the older version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's probably watching a bunch of older Alec ones right now because he's getting back to Star Wars. He's probably one of my favorite parts about the prequels though, just because of it. He probably looks like a de-aged version of Alec Guinness, a younger type version. Some people actually did face acting things and he looks like an older, this picture or something like that looks like an older version of Alec Guinness, if you put Ewan in this picture as with the beard, a gray beard. And he's known for being in Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though that hasn't came out to Disney Plus yet, maybe next year or something. Or 2 years from now type thingy. But they're probably gonna start shooting hopefully soon. December or something type soon. I cannot wait. I'm wondering if Jamie Smith, Bail Organa will be back, and I'll bring up those thoughts and stuff like that when I stream Rogue One for you guys. Oh god. And will Liam Neeson come back? And I'll give all my little thoughts on those and stuff like that while watching the prequels and stuff. Will Ewan McGregor, will Liam Neeson come back? Will Hayden Christensen come back? Because there's rumor. Jackson, I'm on Fred now. Okay, then you got one of my recent newest celebrity crushes named Fred Ward. No. He's known for this alien under-earth creature film called Tremors, which is on Netflix perfect quarantine type movie. Hopefully I can say that word. He's actually one of the guys that goes up in them the right stuff with Ed Harrison and Dennis Quaid and a few other people. I'm shaking over here just saying that I said Fred Ward. And a bunch of other movies, some of which I still watch. And Roma Williams' The Adventure Begins. I kind of suggested that to somebody that asked what a movie that they would like to see being a TV show. Even though there was a plot but did not get picked up, but who knows? Oh god. Then you got Gregory Peck. He's known for almost scaring the pants off me in this famous horror movie that I love called The Omen. He's known for this film called Cape Fear, both versions actually. The recent one by Martin Scorsese is fabulous. It has 3 of the original cast members. Gregory Peck, this guy named Robert Mitchum, and this guy named Martin Balsam as different characters, obviously. Because Nick Nolte is Gregory Peck's character that gets kind of stalked by the late great Robert Mitchum's character, now played by De Niro. He's in this film called To Kill a Mockingbird, based off that famous book by Harper Lee Collins or Harper Lee. And there's this film called The Boys from Brazil, actually, and it has, like, Gregory and two other guys that are down below, like, down on the list. Then you got Harrison Ford. Okay. I may as well, like, kind of get, like, some of these guys off and ready for the next bench thingy. But you got Harrison Ford. He's known for putting on his bullwhip and, well, whipping his bullwhip and putting on a fedora to Indiana Jones. He's known for not believing in, like, the forest, falling in love with the famous princess, and saying, I love you, I know, and getting frozen carbonite in Star Wars. Fun fact, actually, I think it was during my high school year. It goes alphabetical, and there's 41 guys. I'm gonna try to get to these as fast as, like, possible. So have fun. Maybe like an hour or something on, like, an hour in total on here. Because I'm at 36 minutes right now, I just hit. But fun fact, so, like, in high school, I had to do a project on, like, Sean Connery. And at one point, I actually, had to, like, rent a book on him in the my, like, library or something. Maybe even at the school library or something. And I actually found out something that Sean Connery and Harrison Ford were originally supposed to be in Jurassic Park, or that they were, like, top choices to play Dr. Alan Grant, who would have been Harrison, and Sean would have been John Hammond, like the guy that says, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." He's known for this film called Air Force One. Get off my plane! At Gary Oldman. And obviously, one of my favorite movies of all time, The Fugitive. I'm excited to see what my boy Kiefer Sutherland will do, because there's this TV show version of it called The Fugitive, based off of both versions of The Fugitive. Like, there's a TV show from, like, the 1960s, I want to be like. And then there's this movie, then there's another, like, miniseries of The Fugitive, and then there's this one for Quibi, I believe it's called Quibi, with Kiefer Sutherland, one of the guys on this list, playing the Tommy Lee Jones type role, like they're going after the fugitive type thing. Then you got this guy named Harvey Keitel. He's known for being a bunch of mob bosses, including chasing after Whoopi Goldberg in this film called Sister Act. Hence why the movie's called Sister Act, like she joins a covenant type thing and teaches them how to sing and stuff. I know, there's no eyes. I'm trying to think of, like, if there's any eyes. Like, if I have, like, any, like, old crushes or anything. Just think, this list is gonna get shorter soon. Like, there's no N, there's no O's, there's no P, A, B, C, D, F, G. I'm trying to think. Give me a second. Yeah, so there's no N's, there's no O's, there's one P, there's no Q's, there's like one R or something, there's a bunch of S's, there's one T, there's no U's, there's no V's, and there's no X, Y's, or Z's, there's like 3 or something W's. But yeah, so there's Harvey Keitel from Sister Act. He is in this film called The Piano with one of the S guys, Sam Neill. And he's in From Dusk Till Dawn, the movie by Robert Rodriguez, based off that Isa Morales TV series of the same name. Then you got this guy named James Cromwell. In like 1976 or something, there was this movie called The Longest Yard. And there's like 2 cameos in the remake from like 2005. Or James Cromwell in it. One who plays this guy named Captain Canara, this late great guy named Ed Lotcher, who was this guy named Captain Canara. The remake version of Captain Canara is actually on this list. Like, for the W's. And late great Burt Reynolds. Yeah, this film called Space Cowboys, where where James Cromwell sends up Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland, and like Tommy Lee Jones and this guy named James Garner. There's the Green Mile, there's the General's Daughter, and he's also in Salem's Lot, the remake, the one that has Donald in it. And he's also like the scientist, which we found out John Hammond had a partner in crime for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, also known as James Cromwell's character. Then you got this guy named James Mason. He kind of scares the crap out of me in this one movie, but I'll get to that in a few seconds or so. He's known for this film called Lolita, directed by Stanley Kubrick, who later did The Shining, like 18 years or something that later did The Shining. Hey, Jackson, look, it's Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's on, like, later today. Him and somebody else over here, one of my other crushes. Give me a second. I'm gonna check, like, while I go over James Mason's thingies that I, like, love. But yeah, he's in the second version of A Star is Born that has the late, great, Judy Garland. Sorry, I had to, like, look at something. I know, just think, I'm almost done him. He's in the scary version of Salem's Lot. I don't know why it just terrifies me for I may, like, watch that one day. And he's kind of, like, the good guy in a way. That helps, like, lead a trail of breadcrumbs, like, from some guy down below named Laurence Olivier, in a few minutes or so, to go find Gregory Peck, who's a bad guy in this movie. Then you got Joaquin Phoenix. He's known for this hit movie called Gladiator, which is on later, directed by Ridley Scott, I believe, which has, like, a young Russell Crowe kind of thingy, and a few other people. You got Walk the Line, which is probably, like, one of the biopics that I own, like, the musical biopics. Like, I loved his performance. I think he was personally casted by, like, one of the Cashes, like Johnny or, like, their son, John Carter Cash or something. Maybe even, like, June kind of had him play, like, that looks like my husband young or something. Maybe. I wonder, like, if Reese Witherspoon actually, like, casted it as well. Like, if, like, June or, like, one of June's kids or one of their kids in total, like, saw pictures or just, like, saw her, and then, like, their kids are like, hey, Mom, that looks like you younger or something. Maybe. Who knows? Because didn't Johnny, like, die around the time of Walk the Line? Which is, obviously, his biography. Then, ready, you got this film called You Were Never Really Here, based off this book by this guy Jonathan Ames, I believe, where it's sort of like this movie called Taken, which I'll be bringing up in a few seconds, well, a few minutes or so, that actually has, like, this really great, amazing kid actor named Dante Pierre Olsen, I believe, who was, ready, Bruce Wayne, also known as, like, a little kid that grew up to be Batman, in Todd Phillips' Joker. My boy Joaquin Phoenix, greatest movie of all time, I think. Like, I own it. I may, like, buy, like, a second copy, like, a Blu-ray thingy. Just, like, listen to it, like, a lot better and stuff. And understand it a little bit better. Because, like, there's a few little twists and turns that make me think, is he a Wayne? Is he not a Wayne? Okay. So maybe, like, 2 years beforehand, because I think this was 2005 Walk the Line. Thank you, pain in the butt. Then you got Kevin Costner. Like I said before him for Dennis Quaid, he's my favorite Wyatt Earp actor. It's Kiefer. He's in The Bodyguard, one of my favorite, like, Whitney Houston movies ever. I know, I just said that. He's in this film called Silverado, which has, like, Brian Dennehy and a few other guys on this list. Another guy, Scott Glenn, or something, and a few other people. He teams up with Sean Connery, like, twice. Once as Robin Hood, and, like, Sean Connery is Marianne's cousin or whatever. And, The Untouchables, one of Kevin's, like, greatest movies ever. I, like, own a couple of his, like, lesser, like, some of the bad ones, like Waterworld and stuff. I know, I do too sometimes. You realize that this is live, right? Fine, me and Jackson, we do role-playing if anybody, like, reads on that comment thingy. Maybe I'll go back to him. Who knows, right? Maybe. But you got Kiefer Sutherland. He's known for doing the series called 24, which I hope comes back one day. Like, it was so much fun, especially like with like the real world. I can wait to see what he does in the Fugitive reboot, like I said. But yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I will go back to. He's known for this film called Stand By Me, which has like River Phoenix, Joaquin's older brother that like died a couple of like in 1993, I believe. I almost said a couple years ago. He's known for being in this movie called Flatliners, and like this one called like where like he flatlines his heart along with like Kevin Bacon, his Kiefer's girlfriend or fiance at the time, Julie Roberts, and a few other people. And like they go visit the afterlife in this film called Flatliners, directed by the late great Joel Schumacher, who like died I think yesterday or something. I've not, maybe 2 days ago. And he even directed him in this film called A Time to Kill, with a bunch of great amazing people in it, including like a kind of young Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, Kiefer's dad, Donald. Phone Booth as well with Colin Farrell that had Kiefer in it. And obviously my favorite film, well, one of my favorite films of all time, The Lost Boys, which probably led the way for like a bunch of vampire type movies like Twilight and stuff like that to follow. And he's also in this film called Young Guns, or in Young Guns 2, where he helps out Billy the Kid with a bunch of bad guys. Staying away from him. Then you got this guy named Lance Henriksen. He's known for being in one of the Alien movies that was like one of the pilots. He's known for being in this horror movie. I think it's like Bloody Mary kind of thingy, or Candyman named Pumpkinhead, like where you say his name 3 times and he possesses you or something, and like Lance's character wants revenge. He's actually Lance is actually one of the astronauts that goes up in the right stuff as well. I just want to point that out whenever I come across one of these guys. He's in this film called The Omen too. Where he tells Damon Thorne of who he really is. And there's this movie. It's called When a Stranger Calls. It's like the remake, not like the 1960s one, where Lance's character calls like this babysitter and he mysteriously like says, "Did you check the children?" I think it's sort of like the movie Black Christmas, like where the caller is coming from the house, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Then you got this guy named Lance I almost said his name accidentally again. Then you got this guy named Laurence Olivier. He's known for being the original Zeus in Clash of the Titans in like 1980s with like Harry Hamlin from LA Law and a few other people, probably Dame Maggie Smith. And Laurence actually is in The Boys from Brazil as well as like the good guy, the one that basically follows the like trail of breadcrumbs from James Mason to go up to Gregory Peck. Then you got Liam Neeson, who actually was the remake version of Zeus, also known as Laurence Olivier's character in the 2010 remake version of Clash of the Titans, which followed its sequel like 2 years later called Wrath of the Titans, maybe 2 years later, with like Sam Worthington from the Avatar movies and a few other people. Ralph Fiennes, who plays Voldemort, he's also in it, who even joined him again, like Schindler's List. They were in one of the greatest Steven Spielberg movies of like all time, besides like Jaws and in E.T. and Close Encounters and a few other movies, Jurassic Park. He's in this film called Taken, which is sort of like the film you would never really hear, especially like that quote, "I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want." I don't want to like sound threatening on like YouTube though, or else I would have said like the quote thingy. Like the full quote. Yeah. And he's in this film called The Deadpool, where he basically got like his launch in a way, even though it was like 1987. He's done a few films before that, around that time, but like still him and Jim Carrey got like their launches, and it was the final Dirty Harry movie, unless we get like a prequel, because Clint's son Scott kind of looks like him. Yeah. And you also got the A-Team, based off one of my favorite TV shows, with like Bradley Cooper in it. I'm like seeing all these people in my head like Bradley Cooper, and I'm like, what's their faces? Then you got Hey, Jackson, look, it's Mads! Then you got Lou Diamond Phillips. He's known for their series called Longmire, which is a fabulous TV show. There's like fan events everywhere. There's like two people on this list, Lou and this other guy coming up soon. Okay, I'll probably be done in a few minutes anyways, I don't know. He's known for being the prodigal son, a famous TV show that I've never like checked out yet. And he's known for being Richie Valens in La Bamba. Mads, your other husband. Oh yeah? Look at that one went really fast. Oh god. Then you got Mads Mikkelsen. He is known for this film called The Hunt, which I think I talked about a few times on this channel, actually. Where he's like this elementary school teacher, this little kid, or like elementary school helper, this little kid, like his best friend's daughter blames him for something they didn't do, and the whole entire town thinks they did it. I mean, it went on like a con or something like that. You got Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. He's the guy that made the Death Star plans and also made like the little glitch that Leia would later find, and that Luke and them would later find to blow up the first Death Star. I wonder if he'll be back in Cassian Andor, like I mentioned about by Mendelsohn up top, like when the number 3 guy. I'm like numbering them in my head, 1, 2, or whatever. And obviously he's known for giving me chills as Hannibal Lecter in like a prequel thingy to like Silence of the Lambs called Hannibal. Maybe if his show comes back, because like he kind of hinted at it as season 3 once or season 4 once. I think they were on season 3 or something. But like yeah, I would love to see him in like Hugh Dancy Lawrence Fishburne back if he wanted to come back too. They got Marlon Brando. He's known for probably teaching us what kryptonites are. In Superman. He's known for giving me chills basically in like the first Godfather movie. I don't think I've ever seen the other Godfather movies. Maybe not even like the full movie of the first Godfather. He's known for screaming, "Hey Stella!" in A Streetcar Named Desire on like the street. And he's known for this movie called Apocalypse Now that actually has Harrison Ford in it and a few other people, I believe. Then you got this guy named Paul Gilroy. Oh, look, I'm almost done. Paul Gilroy is in this movie called Ransom that actually has like one connection or something to a TV series that he was on in like 2000 to like 2012 or something. Then he came back for like the final season or final episode or whatever called CSI. But so there's this guy named Levi Sniper or something from the movie Scream. He's Cotton Brewery. I know, I'm gonna get up to him in like 5 seconds or less. So but and Levi is like the bad guy or something. I almost got him off my list, because I almost dropped my phone doing something. But so Levi is like the kind of the bad guy in both of them, like in the movie Ransom and CSI, but like he's a cop replacing the last guy on the list or something. So that's movie Ransom with Mel Gibson and a few other people in it. And you got this film called Air Force One. He's one of the guys that helps Harrison Ford get off the people off the plane. And obviously Captain Jim Brass on CSI, the show that was basically just talking about the Levi Sniper one that has one of the guys last. Oh no. Then you got this guy named Robert Taylor. He's known for this horror movie that recently just came on Netflix, I think, called The Meg. It's sort of like Jaws, and like it has Rainn Wilson from The Office and a few other people, Jason Statham from the Fast and Furious movies. He's in this film called Vertical Limit that has Ben Mendelsohn, I forgot to mention that, and this guy named Scott Glenn. And he's known for playing Walt Longmire in the series Longmire Has Lou Diamond Phillips. It's like a cult fandom. Some people want like a sequel or a continuation. Sort of like some people want Mads Mikkelsen to return as Hannibal. Some people want Jack Bauer, also known as Kiefer Sutherland, to return. Then you got Sam Neill. He's known for giving me the chills in this movie called The Omen 3. like he's the adult version of Gregory Peck's adopted son in the first Omen, or should we say an adult version as well of the teen kind of that Lance Henriksen helped discover who he really was in the Omen 2. He's in the live-action version of the Jungle Book. Not that Jon Favreau one, but like this other one with Cary Elwes in it from like 1993, where it's like a non-animal talking, non-animal singing type thing. Not even like the same old songs, like not like Bare Necessities. And it has like Lena Headey, who would later go into Game of Thrones. I think she was on the series called Girls. He's known for taking off his sunglasses or whatever to Jurassic Park, like the iconic "Welcome to Jurassic Park," and helping like a new batch of people escaping dinosaurs in number 3. And Colin Trevorrow, I think that's his name, the director of the first Jurassic World, he actually confirmed probably about a year or something like that ago. Plus, I'm sure we would have thought of this. Jeff Goldblum returned for Fallen Kingdom Jurassic World 2. So guys, Sam Neill and Laura Dern, 2 of the other originals from Jurassic Park, are going to be returning. Apparently, there may be, like, the kids as well from, like, the first Jurassic Park, all grown up and everything, like John Hammond's grandkids or whatever. Maybe a little homage to him, since Richard Attenborough, the guy that played him, died a couple of years back in, like, in the 2000s, I think. Oh, God. Then you got this guy named Scott Glenn. He's known for playing Kevin Costner's older brother in Silverado that has, like, a young Danny Glover. And, like, Lethal Weapon, Kevin Kline, and Jeff Goldblum, and, like, Brian Dennehy and Kevin Costner, like I said. He's known for being one of the astronauts that goes up in the right stuff. I'm gonna miss saying that, because, like, those are the last guys. He's known for sending... Yeah, he's known for basically sending Clarice Starling to go visit my boy Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. And a few other things. And he's also known for the movie Vertical Limit, which has Robert Taylor and Ben Mendelsohn. Then you got, look at it! It's Taika Waititi! Oh, no. Don't worry, this is safe. Oh yeah, I forgot there was one V. I think I said earlier that there wasn't a V. You got Sir Sean Connery. Funny, he did a movie called Boy. And you called him my boy. But yeah. But give me a second. You got Sir Sean Connery. He's known for rolling it out on the floor to the famous gun barrel of which would later be so like iconic that I think they still do that for like Daniel Craig and stuff like that. It's Bond. James Bond series. He's known for being in Untouchables with Kevin Costner, who he would later reteam with, like Sean in a little cameo in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He's like Kevin's best friend, fellow neighbor, partner in crime type thingy in Untouchables. I had a kind of young, De Niro, Robert De Niro. I almost called him Robert Downey Jr. And a young, kind of like Andy Garcia and a few other people. He's known for the series called Highlander as well. But yeah, like I said, he could have possibly been like your John Hammond saying, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." I don't know why, but I kind of want to like see if I can like get a deepfake technology thingy and like getting Sean Connery's face or whatever while making him like say that. Because I just want to like see that. But yeah. Oh. See, I'm almost like done. And I'll probably get going too. Maybe. But yeah, then I'll like update the picture to Kevin later. I meant to say Kiefer later. Okay. Maybe as soon as I'm done this. I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch Charles or Fred or if I want to go on Facebook later. I'm still waiting for like coins for the game Ludo as well. Okay. You got Taika Waititi. He's known for being in this comedic film spin on vampires called What We Do in the Shadows, which is actually now a TV series on this channel called FX. Season 2 or something like that is like on the way or it already is. You got this film called Boy, based off like his background, basically. Even though his name is not Boy, it's Taika Waititi. I'm literally gonna mention these. He's known for taking on Thor Ragnarok, and I can already see what he does with Thor: Love and Thunder. Some of the greatest things ever. He's known for being in this film called Jojo Rabbit, as like a fictional comedic version of Hitler. Hopefully I'm allowed to like say his name on YouTube. No, I didn't. I'm here. Can you hear me now? Jackson, can you hear me now? I'm not gonna talk until like you can hear me. Jackson! Wake up, you sleepyhead. I just hit an hour on here. Woo! Jackson, can you hear me? Jackson. Can you hear me? Jackson, can you hear me? Why not as well? Taika's known for being the voice of IG-11 in the series called Star Wars, also known as Mandalorian. And guys, he's gonna be directing his own Star Wars movie. I'm like super excited. His may be like the one that we get to see next. Like, I don't know, 2022 or 2024 movie. 2022 does not make any sense, but yeah. Then you got this guy named Viggo Mortensen. He's known for being in this film History of Violence with like the late great. Why did I call him that? My brain's like asleep on this. On like Viggo Mortensen apparently. Oh wait, why not? The late great like Christopher Lee and a few other people for Lord of the Rings as Aragorn. He's known for being the Western Young Guns too. Blaze of Glory with the last guy on this list, William Peterson. He's known for this film called Eastern Promises, which I think won him an Oscar, one of the best like fighting scenes ever, and I'm not gonna explain why in case little kids watch this type thingy. But yeah. Oh god. Then you got this guy named William Fichtner. I used to like love him. This is actually like my email thingy. William Fichtner Lover 1993 at gmail.com. I think that was it. Or 1992, even though I was born in 1993. But he's known for being this character named Alexander Mahone in this TV series called Prison Break. Now, there was like a season 5, but I don't think his character got mentioned. Maybe season 6 actually was, I forget now. But maybe his character is not mentioned. He's known for going up in space with the help of like Bruce Willis and a few other people in Armageddon, one of Michael Bay's greatest films ever. Oh, no. Then you got this guy named William Holden. He's known for being in this version of Sabrina with like the late great Audrey Hepburn. Sabrina would have been later remade. I don't know if it was like William Holden or somebody, but one of the guys, William Holden or somebody, played Harrison Ford's character, Linus Larrabee, in the remake version of Sabrina in like 1994 or something. There's also The Wild Bunch, one of the greatest like westerns ever. I cannot wait to see like who plays him, because I think Mel Gibson's doing a remake of it. And obviously, excuse me a second, The Omen 2. He's like the adoptive uncle, also known as Gregory Peck's brother, in the sequel. Then you got William Peterson. He's known for leading the team of investigators on CSI, being its like strongest cop ever, sort of like one of the co-bosses. Well, like there's like 2 other bosses besides him. He's known for this film called The Skulls with late great Paul Walker from Fast and Furious and a few other things. Yeah. And he's known for hunting down Yeah, he's known for hunting down Emilio Estevez and his gang with the help of Viggo Mortensen, actually, in Young Guns 2 Blaze of Glory.